Welcome to video lecture series on optical communication. I am Kanakadurga from St. Peter's Engineering College, working as an associate professor in EC department. I want to discuss on light emitting diode. Content outline is introduction to LED, LED working, use of LED in optical fiber, comparison between LED and laser. So normally the light emitting diode is going to convert the electrical energy to the light energy. How? That's why it will be called as a light emitting diode. When the two semiconducting materials with respect to the depletion layer, the conversion will going to be happen, and the PN junction of the diode in the depletion layer which emits the light with respect to the suitable amount of voltage has been applied between the anode and cathode. And light emitting diode is known for the best photoelectronic devices of all the things in wherever the applications with low cost we are using for display boards and for cars for light emitting purpose, and we are going to use in the traffic lights also. We are using the LEDs. So almost all the places nowadays LEDs is going to be used. So how the LED going to be works, how it going to convert the electrical energy to the light energy, we have to discuss. Mainly we require two materials is p-type material one, and another one is n-type material. And the p-type material and n-type material are going to be called as a eccentric materials. The eccentric material has been converted by adding the impurities, by trivalent impurities, going to be use the p-type material. For eccentric material, if you are going to be add the pentavalent elements, then it uses the n-type of material. So one in this case, in the trivalent of material, one free hole is going to be there. That's why more here free charge carriers in the p-types are holes, in the n-type electrons are the free charge carriers. So when they are going to be joined, there are going to be presence of a depletion layer. When this diode is going to be forward bias, the p-type holes nothing but are going to be moved from p-type material to n-type material, and electrons are going to be moved from n-type to p-type material. In the meanwhile, they are going to existing a recombination process in the barrier that's going to be release the energy in terms of photonic energy that gives us a light. That is the main working principle of LED. So in the LED we have the p-type material and n-type material. When these two are going to be joined together, and if you are going to be apply the forward bias condition like this, so what happens depending upon the application of energy, the since p-type and p-type, n-type is n-type, the depletion layer will be going to be decreases. It will not be going to be vanished at a certain voltage level also. So in this, they are going to be P is the positive charge with respect to holes having, and here the positive. There existing a repulsion force between these two, like holes and the positive charge. So it going to be what happens, they are going to be the holes are going to be moved from p-type material to n-type material. In this case the electrons having the negative, and here we are applying the negative charge, so there existing a repulsion force between them, so their electrons are going to be moved from n-type material to p-type of material. At that time of the moving from one area to another area, the electron and the holes are going to be collide to each other. So they're existing in this process we are going to be called as a recombination process. They has to be nothing but positive and negative has been collide with each other, it will be neutralized. So in order to get the neutralization, they have to remove the energy. By losing the energy, they comes into the neutralization. So how they are going to lose energy in terms of a light, nothing but in terms of a photons. So then they are going to release the light energy. So that is the working principle of LED. So if I am going to increase the voltage level, if I increase the voltage level, more number of electrons and the holes are going to be moved from p-type material to n-type material. So if I goes on increases the voltage, more number are going to be moving of n-type to p-type, and having the recombination process are going to be increases, so that the light energy is going to be increases. And we have to remember, whenever there existing a recombination process, they are going to be neutralized by releasing their energy will be called it as a photonic energy, that we are going to call it as a light energy. Observe in this case how it works. So this is a p-type material having more number of holes, and this is an n-type material having more number of electrons. So at that time when it has been forward pass, p-type has been connected for p-type, n-type has been connected for n, negative charge has been connected to n-type. So what happens, there existing a repulsion force between the same charges, and here also they are having the opposition going to be there, for opposition of charge going to be exist. So what happens, they have to move in this direction, having the pressure on this repulsion force is going to be exist this side, so the electrons will tries to move it towards this, and in this case the holes are going to be moved or try to move to this side. So at that meanwhile, in the junction or in the depletion layer of the thing, when there exists in the energy difference are going to be there, that these electron and holes are going to collide to each other, they are going to combine. That process we are going to be called it as a recombination process. These electron and holes are going to be collides or neutralizes. That is we are going to be call it as a recombination process. If you observe, the electrons are going to be present in the conduction band, where the holes are present in the valency band. At that time, this is the higher energy level and this goes for the lower energy level. In order to recombine this, they has to release the energy of electron in order to go for neutralization process by emitting the photonic energy. That gives us the light emission, or we can say simple way also we can go for analysis. Valency band is goes for lower energy level and the conduction band goes for higher energy level. So how the holes are going to be called as the absence of electrons. So here the absence of electron has been there. How the absence of electron has been formed, when the electron has got external energy, this electron has been jumped from lower energy level to higher energy level. So it has been jumped from lower energy level to higher energy level. This created absence of electrons. After the certain time, higher energy level, the electrons are not stable in their conduction higher energy level. So what they have to, in order to acquire the stability, they has to jump from higher energy level to lower energy level by releasing their energy. In order to jump from lower energy level to higher energy level, they requires the energy. They are going to take it out the energy. When they are jumping from higher energy levels to lower energy level, they are going to release the energy. So when they are releasing the energy, how the way the releasing of energy going in this scenario will be light or photonic type of energy. So in so that's why it going to release the light energy. LEDs are going to be release the light energy, and mainly we have to take it out. The elements are going to release the energy in terms of a light only. We have to consider like gallium arsenide of type of materials has to be considered for preparation of p and n type of a material of structuring purpose. We have to consider for region of light energy. And one thing we have to remember, mainly in the LEDs, light emitting diodes, whenever the recombination process is going to be exist, only at that time only it going to release the light emission. And for that thing, the always the LED diode should be operated in forward bias condition. If it goes to be operated in reverse bias condition, we cannot able to emit the light. Since there exists, what happens if I go for reverse bias, negative and positive of the case, reverse is nothing but all these are going to be attracted towards this, and these are going to be attracted towards this. The depletion layer going to be increases, where the electrons and the holes will not move, so the light energy cannot be generated. Whenever the light energy is going to be generated, when the electrons are going to be moved towards the conduction band, then only the movement going to be occur from the conduction band to the lower energy level by releasing the light. Otherwise it cannot be possible. So mainly we have to remember the LEDs should be operated in forward bias condition for light emission purpose. So use of LEDs in optical fibers. The LEDs are going to be used like a optical source for in order to take the electrical energy to convert to the light energy. Normally human beings are going to be speaking, or the video or the audio will be in the physical nature of the signal. It has to be converted to electrical energy, electrical stage. After getting the electrical energy, optical cable requires only light energy in order to transport. So for that purpose, the electrical energy has to be converted to light energy. So we are going to use at that stage in the optical fiber cable the LEDs. This component converts mainly the light energy to the electrical signals to the light energy of the case. LED mainly converts electrical signals to the light signals. So what are the LEDs of advantages and the characteristics are? They are small, and they possess high radiance, and emitting area is going to be small compared with other dimensions of optical fibers. They have longer lifetime and high reliable, and they can be modulated with high speeds. Comparison between the LEDs and laser, if you go for linear power, require output power linear proportional to the driver current, proportional current above the threshold value, and the current going to be ranges with the driver current of 50 to 100 microamps per peak. Threshold current here for the laser goes for 5 to 40. The coupled power is going to be moderate for LEDs and for high for the lasers. Speed for when compared with the speed, LEDs are slower, lasers are faster, and output pattern with respect to the thing is higher one and lower one. Bandwidth for LED will be moderate, lasers will have the higher bandwidth. Wavelengths availabilities for the LEDs are 0.66 micrometers to 1.65 micrometers. When comes to the laser, 0.78 micrometers to 1.65 micrometer. The spectral width for LEDs are 40 to 190, and for lasers are with respect to 0.001 nanometers to 10 nanometers. 5i type for the LEDs can be used for multi-mode, but for laser should be for as a single mode and multi-mode thing. When comes to uses of purpose, LEDs are easier to use and its laser will be harder. Lifetime will be more for LEDs than the lasers. LEDs will work for longer lifetime. When comes to the cost, will be less for LEDs. Cost will be more for lasers. Thank you.